Hi everyone, today I want to talk to you about criticism and how it affects us. I want to share further information about what it is and how you can take them less personally and a bit more constructively. So, first thing first, what is a criticism and how does it make you feel when you get one? You know, how does it feel when someone criticizes your work, what you've done? A piece of creativity that you've done and you're super proud of. How does that feel really? I know for me it feels like really painful. So hopefully the tips today will help you kind of identify how you can take this forward and use it as a gift. So first thing first, let's explore. Let's find out what's the real definition of a criticism. So I found a couple. The first one is a critical comment or judgment, and more often than not, it's unsolicited. Okay, let's remind that. And it's also the disapproval of someone or something on the basis of perceived thoughts, your own thoughts. But remember, note that one, perceived, right? It's not the truth, it's the perceived one from the person who's giving you the criticism. So, what happens when you get that? Well, first of all, you shut down. Like it shuts you down. It doesn't make you want to do anything because it's like, oh God, I'm so bad. I feel really bad. It breaks your confidence, right? It makes you feel like you're not worth it. And sometimes it can create massive anger, defensiveness, right? And more importantly, it breaks the communication and the trust that you have with that person. Now, if these effects are so negative, why would people do it? Actually, what happens is the person that criticizes, and it could be us, right? It's happened to me so many times. You want to establish your superiority and your dominance by pointing out the faults and the imperfection of the person that you're criticizing. And it kind of comes from a low self-esteem, right? You want to increase your self-worth by putting other people down, right? And you're proving your worth by doing this. You're like, oh, this person's done this. I would never do that. I'm so much better than them. You know, your ego comes out and all of a sudden you feel like you've got more self-esteem. But actually you've put someone down. I've got a kind of a process that I follow when I advise or when I get a criticism for me. So first thing first, really listen, listen before speaking and, listen to the facts, almost as if you were talking or the person was talking about another person than you. Get away from these emotions and really focus on the facts, right? The second step is around gratitude. I know it sounds crazy. You're getting a mean criticism and you want to thank them. Yes. So what the person is actually saying is kind of showing their insecurities by doing this. So what you want to do is kind of diffuse the tension of them giving you criticism and just really thank them. And so they're going to feel heard, they're going to be less defensive. But then again, don't pretend that it doesn't hurt, right? A mean criticism is painful. So don't pretend it doesn't hurt. Be very open about it and just state the fact. Thank you, thank you for that. And then for me, there's kind of a couple of routes that you can go to. The first one is if you're really hurt, you may need some time to disconnect from the situation and kind of almost bring back your calm state of mind as opposed to the emotional kind of anger, defensiveness response that has come through. So stop and tell the person, okay, well, thanks for that. It's quite painful to hear. So, can I get a bit of time to process that information? And obviously that can happen in the workplace or at home. Give me some time to process that, but, thank you. And then take the time you need and come back to the situation from a calm place. If you've managed to remain calm during this criticism, or if the criticism was not so painful as you can feel, then clarify the facts, okay? Just ask further question and say, okay, so I've heard this. Is this correct? Is that what you wanted to say? Just restate, because sometimes when there's a criticism, your brain kind of, your angry brain takes over and it stops you from really understanding what the person is really trying to say. Or it could be that the person said the criticism really fast and really didn't mean what she meant to say. So clarify the facts and with questions and restate, okay, what you've heard. And then for me, the fourth step is about asking for a solution. So it's really easy to criticize and say, oh gosh, I can't believe could you do this better, or I don't like this. Okay, well, fine, yeah, no worries. I'm open for suggestions. What do you suggest? You know, ask for a solution and put them on the spot, and they might feel valued. And again, diffuse their defensiveness and their anger and their, you know, the stress that's been created by this criticism. So ask for a solution. And then I think for me, there's a really important step, which is the hardest of all, is to acknowledge the truth in their criticism. So there's always at least 10% of truth when someone criticizes you, okay? There is something in there that is correct. And yes, we're being defensive, but let's focus on the 10% truth and acknowledge that, because every criticism can help us grow. They are kind of our master Jedi trainers in terms of becoming even better than we were before. And even if they're said in a mean way, there might be some truth in there. So really acknowledge that and focus on those 10%. And once you've done that, you know, you can decide to, yep, there is actually more than 10% of the truth and I'm going to do something about it. So thank you for that. And I'm going to move on. And it doesn't make me less worthy. Yeah, it means that I'm improving and I'm, you know, creating a better life for me, or a better outcome, a better job, a better project. And once you've done that, drop it, okay? Drop it and move on. Do not repeat the sentence in your head, and do not let the saboteur or your kind of, you know, inner critic make it even worse than it is. Protect yourself and your relationships from it. So I hope that's kind of clear. Listen before speaking. Be thankful for the feedback. Stop. Either you continue on the response, or you stop and you have a break and you kind of become a bit calmer. And then you clarify the facts with questions and restating. You ask for solutions. You acknowledge the truth, the 10%, remember those 10%, and then you drop it and you move on. Okay, let's move on. That's it. Criticism gone. So that's kind of the process that I would recommend that you follow in terms of criticism. Now, one final thing I wanted to say is it's hard to take criticism if you're not grounded or confident, right? If you feel that you're not worth it, then this criticism is going to make you even more angry because you want to prove that you're worth it and it's not working. Now, I've got a guide that I've created to really boost your confidence. So I'd really recommend that you go through that. It's a playbook. It's called the Ultimate Confidence Booster Playbook. And you can download it on my website for free. So really go ahead and download that, because from a place of groundedness and security, you'll be able to do so much more. And it's the website is valuedwomen.co.uk/confidence-booster. So have fun trying that. Let me know how it goes. I'm really looking forward to that. And if you've got any other tips that you want to share with me, I'd love to hear how receiving criticism works for you and how you make it less, how you take it less personally. Okay, cool. Have fun. Until next time. Bye.